Hello, family. Welcome to the African Diary Show today with me, your host, Kate Ndongo. And that was a song by Paul Raj. It is called Crown. And this is African Girl. And I promise that she'll be my wife. And I feel like it's a classic. She's a radio fighting. And you can tweet her on my Facebook. Like EDM, so I can say. I'm ready to get that spaghetti, yeah. I ain't got it. What will it?
I'm voting against you, Katie. In the singing contest, it's thumbs down to you, Katie.
Hey, kid.
Good morning, Kate. How are you today?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm okay.
I heard you say something. Tell me, what were you saying?
I was saying when we have the maybe I should put myself on that thing. I'm echoing. Uh, I was saying when we have the singing contest, I'm gonna thumbs down you, Katie.
Kid, I can't sing.
I'm playing with you.
Okay, let's listen to this song of mine that we shall get back to the show. Okay. In the market. Ooh, ooh. Mhm. Baby, okay. My life. And I promise to be my wife. And I'm gonna get a classic. Mm-hmm. Facebook. I'm ready to get dance, spaghetti, yeah. Wine bucket, to see what will it, yeah. Fantasy, yeah. The luxury. Me no work here. Me no work here. She is the lamb. She's the daughter of the Wonder Woman. She's the one. It's a classic. I can see you already tuned in. Hi, General Mosquito. I'm just singing this song. No, this is not the song Spikes was singing. But I never heard Spikes singing. But I don't think this is the song Spikes was singing. I can say Grace Karaoke is saying hi, Kate. Hello to you, dear. How are you doing? How's your Tuesday going? And did you enjoy yesterday's holiday, or you are still at work? Anyway, General Mosquito, I don't think this was the song Spikes was singing. Maybe he told us. And that's what yeah. Good to see you, well, yeah. Kiss it, Siri. She brings to life all my fantasies. Never seen and I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm in the work key. Now I don't leave the parts of green to life all my fantasies. Never seen and I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm in the work key. Now I don't leave the parts of green. Yes, welcome back, family. That was the African Girl by Phil de Kagongo. It is a very nice song. I love that
It
music
is a nice
personally.
song, and
It
but Katie's bad singing. We're voting her off the island.
is. Kid though just loves making fun of me when I'm singing, but I can sing, yes, and I'll prove you wrong someday.
Okay, okay, Katie.
Mm. Anyway, how's your morning?
My morning's okay. How's your day going?
My day is very fine. It is very hot
You
here in
you
Nairobi,
did
but
you didn't run to anybody screaming at you about your mask, did you today?
no.
Okay.
And Jero Mosquito is saying, I think Katie has a rapping voice. They are singing one. Yeah, I can sing very well. Yeah, but Kid doesn't believe that. So I'll have to prove him wrong one of these fine
I
days.
don't know. I just be playing. I don't know if Katie can sing or not. I don't know. So
Yeah, and okay, before we start our show, I have some motivational quotes or wise words for the day. And I have this quote that it is an African proverb, and says that if a fish jumps out of the river onto land, it does not leave its smell in the water. And okay, kid, you can help me interpret that one if you
oh,
really know
say that again. I don't, if a fish jumps on the land and it does what?
if a fish jumps out of the river onto
Uh-huh.
land, it does not leave its smell in the water.
I don't know what that means. I guess it's saying it, well, it leaves a smell on the land. I don't know what that means. I don't get it. Help me. You
General
gotta help.
Mosquito, I can also sing. Stop telling me rapping not a singing voice. I also sing.
Katie is anti Katie's adamant about her singing talents, Gentle
And
Mosquito. How dare
before the
you?
end, before the end of this show, I'll have to sing to prove you guys wrong.
Ka- Katie is adamant about her singing, Gentle Mosquito. It's only in her mind that she can sing.
No, I do singing, and I love music a lot. So I do a lot of
I love
singing.
music a lot too, Katie, but I know I can't sing.
At least I have vocals for singing, and by
Okay.
the end of this show, I'll prove you guys wrong. General
All right.
Mosquito, you must be very watchful.
Okay.
And okay, I have another quote that says that a fool and his money
Soon
are spoon
parted.
parted.
Parted. Yes, I know that one very well. Foolish
Yeah.
money spent individuals that are foolish with their money
Mm-hmm.
are emotional. Oh, look at this. Look at that. Look at this. They easily parted with their money. Or
Mm-hmm.
someone can easily come in and I say con them out of their money too. Hey, I got a deal for you, Katie. It's the best deal. You say, okay, what is it? Well, Katie, I have this land, and don't worry about it. I own it, but I need you, Katie, to give me. I only need a little bit of money, Katie, to help me get the land, and
Mm-hmm.
at 30%, I'll give you back $1 million if you just give me $5,000 and you'll get 1 million. You say, oh, that sounds like a good deal. Yes, yes, it's a great deal. So
Yeah.
I'll get the $5,000 and I'll never see you again.
Uh-huh. Yeah, and I also have a third one that says a drowning man will clutch at a straw, and this simply means that when someone is is when someone is in a difficult situation, he will take any available opportunity to improve it, and that's so true. A drowning man will clutch at a straw.
True.
Mhm. Yeah, and the last one is a bird in hand is worth two in the bush. I
Uh,
bet everybody is quite familiar with that one.
yeah, bird in the hands is better than two in the bush. Is that what you said, Katie?
Hmm.
Yeah, that's true. And you got the
Yeah,
bird in the hand. Don't try to get two in the bush that you don't got. Don't try to get
yeah,
the bird in the hand. You go after two. You might that means you lose the one you got in your hand. And you're not gonna get the other two.
hmm, yeah, and also things we already have are more valuable than what we hope to get, and yeah, that is very true. So a bird in hand a bird in hand is worth two in the bush, and
Yes.
yeah. Okay, I'm looking for a song to sing for you.
Uh oh. Uh oh.
Yes.
Wait. Guard your ears, you know, mosquito. Here it comes. We about to boat Katie off the island.
Okay. I hope this song plays. Uh-huh. Wow. Mhm. Mhm.
Here we go.
Living in my life. Okay.
That did that didn't start good, Katie.
So sorry. Okay. Kids, stop interrupting. Okay. When we fight and oh, oh, I'm forgetting the lyrics. So we hide us from myself inside and you on to gain. What if I'm insane and taking me for granted? I will never come to forgive myself. Cause I ain't tryna inside and on to get. I'm insane and taking me for granted. I will never come to forgive myself.
Okay,
Turn up in
we'll
your
keep
head.
you we'll keep you on the island for another day, Katie.
Ah, okay. Mm.
You got some polishing to do, but you gotta you can keep a tune, so we'll keep you on the island another day, Katie.
It's fine. Me, you ain't, and over but my wave. I'm on top of my game. I'm on my way. I'm on my way, Bill. Me feel ain't, and don't bother my wave. I'm on top of my game. I'm on my wave. I'm on my wave, yeah. Okay, let's just get into the matters of the day. At least I've proved some of you wrong. And General Mosquito,
You just you just proved to us that you're not afraid to sing, Katie. That's it.
kid, really?
You sounded all right, Katie. I give you. We'll see. We'll see. I don't know. It was okay. It was okay. I told you we'll keep you on the island for another week, Katie. We'll keep you on the island for another week.
Okay, okay, family. Moving on to the matters of the day. Just leave alone my voice and my singing. Let's go into the matters of the day. And Kenya and Somalia await decision on border dispute, which shall be read out today. I believe that the court is yet to decide on the border of on the Kenya Somali
Why should
border
why
dispute.
should white people choose to judge what happens in Africa?
I okay.
Ah,
I
gotcha. Why should
mhm.
white people who aren't Africans choose what goes on in Africa?
I okay. That's what I don't understand, and I don't get why Africans have to take their courts to Hague to this.
Because the African is considered a child, Joby. Katie. That's why the African is considered
Mhm,
a child, has a child mind. So that's what
mhm,
happens. Sadly enough, these are facts they consider. But like you and Joby, other Africans are waking up and say, "Wait, hold on, we're not children. We don't
mhm.
have child. We don't have childlike mind."
General Mosquito. General Mosquito, this is hate speech. I think the courage is there, but the talent is on a vacation. Really?
Hate speech.
Okay, this is hate speech. I'll sue you.
I don't know.
How
We got. I think.
do
I
you
think.
even need that admit?
I think Kay's got a little talent. We got to see the whole thing. She got courage though. They got to give her A for courage. They got to get an A for courage. I tried for 3 years to get Cammy to sing. Cammy said I can sing, Keita. I said, well, sing, damn it. Cammy would never sing. So I got to give Katie an A for at least courage. At least that.
General Mosquito, I'll sue you.
She said you saying you defamed her character, Jenna Mosquito. How dare you, you no good dirty bastard, you.
I know he even can't sing even a single sentence, and then even a chorus, he can't.
I know I can't sing. That's why I don't pretend. I know I can't sing. I don't know if Jenna Mosquito can sing. I don't know. He might can. I think
I know he can't.
she said, you know you can't sing, Jenna Mosquito, so you
I know
shut
he
up.
can't sing. Then he's there making fun of me. General Mosquito, I'll sue you. Anyway, moving on to the matters of the day. I was talking about Kenya and Somalia await decision on border disputes. And we were asking ourselves, why does African cases should okay, have to be taken to these European courts or the Hague, like and the likes of Uhuru Kenyatta and William Samoei Ruto. Those are that is the president of Kenya, and the deputy president. They were taken some time back. They were taken to Hague, and I don't understand why. And okay, it is the same way Kid is telling us that African we are considered as babies. So yeah, these people always take advantage of us, and they think they have the best judges, maybe lawyers, and yeah.
But
So
they don't think they got the best. They it's the thing they said we need to rule over African people because the
mhm,
African's a child. He's a child, has a child mind. And so it's
mhm,
the same way you tell people about why not wearing a mask. The African will get information and he still don't understand how to process it. So the African says, no, we don't go to white people to do our disputes. We're both African people. We'll work it out between ourselves. We are adults. This is our land, so we'll work it out between ourselves. The Europeans are going to come in and work it out what's best for them, not what's
mhm,
best for Kenya or Somalia, because it's all about stealing the resources. That's why they're fighting about the gas and oil that was found off the coast of Kenya and Somalia. European will come in and say, well, what benefits us? This is going to be the ruling. So whatever ruling benefits the European is what the ruling is going to be. Just like now, shout out to Army Ahmed and Ethiopia. And I'm going to send you a video, Katie. And I told you they were going to come for him and destabilize Ethiopia because Ethiopia was building a dam that was going to cause Ethiopia not to be controlled by Chinese and other interests and start making Ethiopia an African power. And so
mhm,
what the European does, they go in and they destabilize the country. That's why it's been war in Ethiopia for a year. They're bringing the UN. The UN does not benefit African people. It was created by the racists to go into Africa. Oh, we're here to help you, Africans. While they go and destabilize the country to make sure you never get out of European hands. But shout out to Dr. Mumby say we got a new African. The African's not as dumb no more.
mhm.
It's not you got more Katies and more Jobies. Like she said, there's a new African. We're not all stupid. We're not all we know what's going on.
Yeah, and at least we as me and Joby and some of us know what is happening, but we have a new Africa, I believe. Yeah, I agree with you. We have a new Africa. This is not the Africa that was
Oh,
there in the last maybe 80 years ago.
yeah, that's what she's saying. So
Mhm.
I'm gonna send this video to Spikes. Tell Spikes to cue this up for you, Katie. I'm gonna send this video to Spikes. And you can say his name. You ain't gotta be all just say Spikes, keep sending me a video. Play it for
Okay,
me. So
okay.
let me
And
let me
before
find it.
Spikes set up the video,
Okay.
okay, let me continue with the story of the
Yes, continue.
Somali. Yeah, the UN's top court decides today on a long-running border dispute between Somalia and Kenya, and the court's decision will have potentially far-reaching consequences for bilateral ties and access to natural resources in oil and gas-rich region. The case was brought in by Somalia more than 7 years ago, and at the heart of the dispute lies the direction that the joint maritime boundary should follow from the point where the land frontiers meet on the coast. So the Somalia or the Somalis want Indian Ocean to be part of Somalia, and Kenya has already
And
accused
it,
the
and it
UN's
shouldn't be
court.
called the Indian Ocean. It's the African Ocean. It's like
Mhm,
you can't call a little bitty country that's
mhm,
always been called the African Ocean, always to diminish Africa. That
mhm,
ocean is the African Ocean, not the Indian. India's way the fuck over there. It's the African Ocean. Anyway, also that space actually belongs to Kenya. Not Somalia really doesn't even have a leg to stand on. That's Kenyan water. It's supposed to belong to Kenya. And that's just me being a fair African. Somalia has no claim to it. It's absolutely insane that Somalia thinks its coastline goes all the way down into Kenya. It's
Mm-hmm.
absolutely ridiculous. But
Yeah, it is, and Kenya has already accused the UN's court of bias and
uh,
announced that it will not recognize the court's binding decision because definitely. Okay, I guess that, or I suspect that the court will favor maybe Somalia and say that the African Ocean, it should be the part of Somalia somehow, and that's why Kenya is saying that the UN's court is biased, and it continues saying that it will not recognize the court's binding decision, and the dispute covers an area of 100 square kilometers believed to be rich in oil and gas deposits. So that's why Kenya and Somalia are fighting over this land because it has oil and it has gas deposits in it. So in case you are wondering is the dispute, because I believe if it was an empty land, there's nobody who will be accusing it to be Kenyan or
of
Somalian
course,
land.
of
Yeah.
course, all the resources are in Africa. So since they've controlled Somalia, they destroyed Somalia about 30 years ago. Okay, the Europeans came in and destabilized Somalia. They control it. So it'd be behoove them to try to give that oil, say it's to the Somalis, where the Somali really doesn't have a government. It's controlled completely by the European. So to take something to the Hague is stupid. I don't need to
It
go to the Hague to know what's my water. That's Kenyan water without a doubt. It's not even. It's absolutely crazy. I believe the Somalians are backed by the Europeans saying, test that area, and when you take it to the Hague, we'll vote in your favor. That land, that part of the ocean right there is completely Kenyan. Completely. It's not even. It's not even hard to understand. That's Kenyan waters. I mean, it's crazy for Somalia to even have a claim on it.
Yeah, it
It's
is
ridiculous.
crazy, and you'll see that maybe Somalia will win all this case because maybe the UN is backing it up, and
Of
it
course,
wants
but
to take the oil
All Kenya to
deposits
say
and
we don't
gas.
accept. All Kenya say as an African country, we don't accept the ruling. We don't accept it. Period. We know this is Kenyan water. We're not going to accept no
Mhm.
ruling by no white people. Try to tell us that's right off the coast of Kenya that this belongs to Somalia when it does not. This is Kenyan
But
water. Period.
I but when the UN court has the decision that it is Somalian water, what will Kenya do? Because I don't think they
Can
have to do anything. They'll just maybe go with the decision.
well that's true. That's why you never take nothing. You should never take that decision to white people because they
Mm-hmm.
have a bias. Just like the Kenyans are right, they have a bias because they control Somalia completely now,
Mm-hmm.
Katie. So they're going to
Yeah.
vote in their interest, not what's fair. Why would you take so? Let's say, Katie, me and you have an argument. We're gonna take an argument to our enemy, and I
Mm-hmm.
know me and you are arguing, and you are controlled by the enemy. So I'm gonna say, you know what, Katie? Me knowing you're controlled by the enemy, we're gonna take the enemy and
Mm-hmm.
solve our dispute. I know he's gonna vote in your favor, Katie, because you're captured by him. He's not gonna give me a
Yeah.
fair ruling. It's gonna he's not gonna be fair to me. He's gonna go
Mm-hmm.
with I can
He
he
gonna
controls you, so he's gonna vote for you.
So true. And I can see Sister Michelle is saying morning. Good morning to you, Sister Michelle. How are you doing? How's your Tuesday morning going? I
So
believe
what you
you've just woken.
so
Yes.
what you're saying? So tell Spikes, yeah, I sent the video to Spikes. So what you see, the Ethiopia has kicked the UN out of this. Said, get your ass out of here. The UN has kicked the UN. I mean, the Ethiopia has kicked the UN out of Ethiopia. Say, get your ass out of here. You're not gonna be this. You're not gonna be here destabilizing. You're not gonna bring these fake NGOs. White people's got these NGOs coming to Africa. Oh, Doctors Without Borders or some other fake name. I'm glad Dr. Mumby always understands that Europe has their spies in all Kenyan and African countries. They have their spies there, right? So they have the spies. All these embassies are full of spies to make sure
Mm-hmm.
Africa stays on the bottom and Europeans keep stealing. So when you look at these embassies in Kenya, understand that they're full of spies. All spies up in there, making sure that they destabilize Kenya, Somalia, Nigeria, and I'm glad she mentions Tanzania. Once they
Mm-hmm.
killed, once they killed Magufuli, because Tanzania was rising. They put that no good woman in there, and she's completely reversed the country and given it back to the Europeans.
Yeah,
John Magufuli was. Go ahead, Katie.
I'm very sorry for Tanzania because this woman is taking Tanzania nowhere.
But they know that that's on purpose. She's a puppet. They killed the one who was going against them, Katie, and they
Mm-hmm.
put their puppet in. That's what they do. They killed him, and now they got their puppet in there. And now she's reversing everything John Magufuli was doing to take. He believed all of Africa was supposed to rise up, not just Tanzania, all African people. And since he was saying we're not going to accept any loans, we're not going to let the Europeans rule us. We're not going to accept these vaccinations. We're not going to do none of this stuff. The thing's a scam. He's going to be marked for murder because they need to control African people. So they murdered him and they put their puppet in there.
Yeah, and I can see a light bearer is saying, "Hi, family. Hi, and to you. How are you doing? How's your morning going?" And Sister Michelle is saying that that's a shame. Yeah, it is
It,
a shame. And
it
light
is a shame.
bearer is saying that they love these damn Caucasians. And yeah, and
But that's the
okay.
but that's the African mindset, Liberia. When you're given the religion
Mhm.
of worshiping your enemy, you're gonna naturally love them. You're gonna love white people because you see a fake white Jesus. It's just sadly enough that's gonna be it's part of the programming. When I grew up, I loved white people because I was in the Catholic Church. Oh, white people are great, white Jesus. I love white. You couldn't tell me nothing bad about white people, Liberia. I was like, I would run and lick all kind of white people's boots. Let me lick your boots, white people. Because the religion
Mhm.
teaches you to hate African people and to love your enemy. It is very dangerous. That religion is so dangerous.
Yeah, it is very dangerous because yeah, sometimes religion tends to confuse people and to mislead people.
It
We are
does.
taught that sometimes we are told that love your neighbor as you love yourself. Sometimes you're told love your enemies.
Love your enemy. That's on
Mm,
purpose. But again, you can't exactly love your enemy. No,
mm,
that goes against the universal law of nature. You can't. Does a does a does a lion learn love the hyena that's eating its babies, Katie? No, no. It goes fight the hyena that's trying to eat its babies. That's idiot. That goes against universal law. That's a lie. You don't love your enemies.
yeah,
That's a
your enemy
lie.
will always be your enemy, and there is no
Yes.
way that your enemy will turn and be your friend. Your enemy will always be with your enemy, and that's why these people are always trying to eat us because we are trying to love them. We are loving them. Well, they know
Yes.
what they want from us.
Yes. They
Jeno
know
mosquito
African people.
tumekosana. General
Exactly.
Mosquito is telling me good morning, and I'm saying that he's no longer my friend. He told me that my voice is on a vacation. Tumekosana.
You make Katie mad, Jim Mosquito.
General Mosquito, you're not my friend.
You went against Katie's voice.
Hmm. He made fun of my voice, man. That's way too personal. At least it
She
would be
said,
better if you are not on the media. Like on the broadcast, they made fun of my voice. General Mosquito.
she said,
Uh-huh.
she said you committed a hate crime against the general.
Mhm. And
Not all,
uh,
yeah. I'm not saying that, like, bro, not all black people, even in that. I know, but
mhm,
too many. The majority of African people globally, they love their enemy. That's just
mhm.
a fact. We got to be honest. I'm not happy about it, but it's just truthful. But
Yeah,
I
it
will.
is.
But when you see uh um Dr. Mumbity, there's a different breed. There's a new African saying, no, we're not gonna be dominated. We're not as stupid anymore as you think we are. So that's what she's
Mhm.
saying. See, there's a new
Yeah,
African being born. We're not as dumb, and you're not gonna treat us like children. So Army Ahmed kicked out all the UN advisors. He said, you get your ass out of here. We know you don't mean any good. You're here to destabilize us
yeah.
because we're
You
trying to
coming?
rise as a nation.
You're coming to try and oppress us at in our own countries, and
Yes.
yeah, and exhaust our minerals. Uh, yeah, exploit our people, and yeah, and I was talking about the matters of Somalia and Kenyan dispute about the Indian, okay, the African Ocean. Kid
African,
just said that we
yes,
shouldn't
the
be calling
African
it
Ocean.
the Indian Ocean. It is the African Ocean, and we've seen that Kenya has already accused the UN's court of being biased, and it said that it won't
See,
follow any court
thank God,
decision.
thank God, Kenya. You shouldn't even took it there. Exactly. You're not gonna follow any decision because it is biased. I'm glad you understand that, Kenya. It is
Mhm,
biased. The Somalis have always has been a failed state for 30 years,
mhm,
completely controlled by Europeans. Completely. So you were not gonna get a fair hearing because the white people want access to the oil and gas for free. They want the oil and gas. That's what this is about. Steal
yeah.
resources for African people, keep
Mhm.
African people in poverty. That's what it's about. That land out there is Kenyan's land. Period. It's not even.
Yeah,
It's not even. It shouldn't even be a question. That's off the coast of Kenya, not Somalia. It's
yeah,
absolutely insane. But that's white people who said no. We're going to say this is Somali. Somalians put a case out there saying Kenya is usurping on your land, and we'll take it to the court and we'll rule in your favor. And then you got the
mhm,
Somalis, who's not even a real country no more. It's a failed state. Oh yes, Kenyans are now claiming that that land is theirs because it is theirs. It's off the coast of Kenya. You moron! It's off the coast of Kenya,
yeah,
not
and
Somali.
yeah. So okay, moving on to our next story for the day, and it is where that I've seen a story where Liberians are killing elephants, and arrest in Liberia over killing of elephants,
They still
and
got elephants in Liberia for real. I know they. I thought most of the Africans. I thought all the elephants in West Africa were already murdered by the white man years ago. They got
no,
elephants in Liberia still.
yeah,
I,
yeah.
wow, wow. Because
At least
remember,
today you learn something new.
yes, I did. Because remember, Jenna Mosquito said there's no more elephants in Ghana. It's only fat women that look like elephants. Remember, he said that. that, that wasn't me, Katie. That was Jenna
General
Mosquito said that.
Mosquito can sometimes be rude, and
he said there's no more elephants in Ghana, only fat women that look like elephants. That's what he said.
I remember
Yeah,
him saying that. Was it in my
yeah,
show?
yeah. It
It
was on. It
was.
was on your.
Yeah,
It was on your
I've just
show.
remembered.
It
Yeah,
was on your
I've
show.
remembered. General
That's why.
Mosquito, by the way.
That's why I didn't think there were no more elephants in West Africa because I know the European had killed most of them. 100 years ago. So when you say there's still Africans in Liberia, I'm like, wow, the elephants and still in Liberia. I thought they were all dead, Katie.
No, we have elephants in Liberia, but I'm
Okay,
afraid that in the next few years we might not be having these elephants because people are killing them. And two men have been arrested for killing two protected elephants at the Wologizi National
wow,
Park
they
in
need to protect
Liberia.
them. Wow, they they need to protect because, like I said, elephants were everywhere in Africa, and when a European got control of Africa, he would hunt them to death. So
Hmm.
most of the elephants in West Africa were completely wiped out. So it is amazing. You're right. I learned something. Thanks, Katie. Always learn some every day. But I did not know that Liberia still had elephants. That is amazing.
Yeah.
And they're not fat women, Jenna Mosquito. They're real elephants.
Yeah, we have elephants in Liberia, and yeah, but I was saying that I'm afraid that we might not be having these elephants no more in Liberia because people are killing these elephants, but
Wow.
I don't understand why they are killing the elephants, or maybe it is for the tusks and
It's the ignorance. The Chinese are in there, and the Chinese want that tusk. The
mhm.
Chinese will kill all African animals for the medicinal properties that they steal and take back to Asia. So that's been a problem in Africa. These Asians up in here stealing African animals, Katie.
Yeah, and the bodies of the elephants were discovered with their tusk still
Wow.
intact earlier in this month. But police were still searching for that suspect. Mr. Flomo was quoted saying this, and yeah, so I don't know why people are trying
Liberians
to
don't
kill
kill.
our
Liberians
wildlife.
don't kill. Yeah, Liberians don't kill off the elephants. If you replenish them, they can give birth to more elephants and replenish elephants in West Africa. Don't kill them
Yeah,
off. Let them rebirth and replenish the elephant population in the western part of Africa again. I didn't know. I'm surprised. I'm glad. I thought all elephants in Africa and West Africa have been completely killed. This is
no,
amazing.
no. At least we have a few in Liberia. But kid, I'm about to share the video
Oh,
you
go ahead.
sent.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, and here it
Now,
is.
I want you to say Dr. Mummy's becoming very strong, very wise. She's
Mm-hmm.
letting you know that we know the European games now. The African's not as stupid anymore. He's not.
Yeah.
He's not like she said. We're not the same old African that you can fool anymore.
Yeah. Okay, family. I'm sharing this video uh, by Dr.
That's
Mombi.
why we're seeing big distractions and trying to keep people, you know, definitely stories of 4 other days. And yeah, go ahead and like and share the videos and love it so that we can deal with those algorithms. There's so much going on. There's so much going on, and that's why we're seeing big distractions and trying to keep
Yeah, it's
people.
something wrong with the sound, Katie. Yeah, I think Spike's. It's something wrong with the sound. Wait, I noticed that when you guys play music too, there's like something wrong with the sound now.
Uh, it
It's
is
like a loose.
making noise.
Heavenly.
It
Yeah, it's
has
like a loose.
noises in the back.
Yeah, it might be like a loose wire or something.
Okay, let me check on that.
Has now penetrated the earth now, if you want to think about it. And one of the funny things is that I thought, if you've been following this channel long enough, then you'll
Is
remember
it okay now?
2018 when I was talking about how Ethiopia started
No, it's
having
low. Don't
big
worry. It's like really really low. Okay, you can't really like even when you guys start playing music now, you can barely hear it because there's some kind of wire, some loose in there. I don't know what it is, but some kind of when you guys play music, we can barely
Mm-hmm.
hear the music now. So I don't know what it's got. Spicer had to go through it and try to figure out the wiring again.
Okay, let me try and okay, let us try and figure out what the problem is.
You don't gotta do it now, Katie. It's okay.
to
But
change of
oh, there you
information.
go. You almost had it.
game changer, for the destiny of Ethiopia, and it was messing with the River Nile. So
Anasema
Egypt got involved. Egypt and
haisikiki.
Sudan
Yeah, that's a
Like
little
had
better there.
you
It's a little
against
better.
it,
it's
and
better.
there was a lot
Yeah, a
of
little
back.
better.
They used a lot of influence. Egypt called in Trump. Trump said, it would be no surprise if the dam was bombed, etc., etc. I think it's called the Grand Renaissance Dam. And by the way, Ethiopia has paid for this by themselves because when the U.S. even tried to withdraw funds, and the way they worded it in the media, you would have thought it was withdrawing funds from the dam, but it was actually from some program they were some security program they were supporting on the border. I think on the border with Eritrea or something like that. Anyway, that leads me to where we are today. So there's ever since then Ethiopia has been really coming under pressure. And if you guys overstand, and I'm not saying that innocent lives haven't been lost in the Tigray region, because that's what I'm about to get into,
Mm-hmm.
but we have to understand, beloveds, that this is playbook Babylon. This is playbook Babylon. This is what they always do. When they see you rising, they'll send you a warning. If you don't take that warning, they'll try and replace you. And by the way, Abiy Ahmed just got sworn in, for his second 5-year term as prime minister. So if they had planned that, it didn't work. But and then remember how quickly they were to give him the Nobel Peace Prize. It's like they were setting him up, and then the very next year there's this Tigray unrest. And so, a lot of these things don't happen just like that, beloveds. There's a lot of foreign manipulation because it's almost like you see, we look at things so physically, like this is happening here and Ethiopia, Tigray region, what's going on? Innocent lives are dying, yes. Food is an issue, yes. And there's all this stuff going on. But when you look at it and you look at the ancient history of Ethiopia, that Ethiopia stands for Ethiopia, the whole of what they call the so-called Africa. And Ethiopia was the utopia that they wrote about.
Yeah, it was
The
all
scholars
Africa.
talk about that, but it was actually Ethiopia. He was so shocked at how magnificent the land was. They know that this is our season, beloveds. And so they are looking to see if any nation dares to rise, they'll shut it down. Look what's happened to Tanzania. It was rising, everything was coming back into its control, and then Magufuli got taken out. And really, the new lady, anyway, this is not about Tanzania.
Mm-hmm.
But the reason I wanted to, so Prime Minister Abiy
You
Ahmed
know,
is
you know that lady ain't no good, Dr. Mumby. You know whatever her goopy name is, Samia Samoa, whatever the hell her no good puppet name
Mm-hmm.
is. It was to make sure Tanzania did not rise.
Yeah, and the worst thing with this woman is that she try even criticize her fellow women. Like there was a time she said that women in athletes are not good for marriage because they have flat chest, and she was yeah she
That
said that.
that's
Imagine.
that's that's moronic. That's funny, but that's a moron. That's why they put her in there. But the people are going to get her ass out. She was never elected. She was only installed because Magufuli was murdered by the European. Make sure that he didn't die. He was murdered by the European. So we got to understand that you know they got their puppet in there to make sure Tanzania was not going to rise. They were doing the
Mhm.
same thing Ethiopia did. You got a major dam being built in Tanzania that was going to make sure you had cheap power for the whole country, and it was going to start manufacturing. That's what Africa doesn't have, manufacturing plants. Africa needs to take the minerals it has and put value on those minerals. That's what the European is trying to stop. So it
Mhm.
means that we have jobs and employment for the African. African would climb out of poverty and once again start to come back into control of the planet because it's the richest part of the planet. Well, go ahead, Katie.
Yeah.
prevent Ethiopia from foreign interference. And so now Ethiopia has actually kicked out 7 UN officials, claiming that they were, interfering with internal affairs, and this is what has happened for ages. There's a quote unquote spy that I met here in Kenya, and he was telling me how all the embassies across Africa are filled with special ops, spies, all kinds of military police coming in as simple officers here to do business or to do domestic and
Exactly.
business
Keep
or
the spies in
contraband.
Africa because Africa's got the money. I'm not trying to give up no damn. Keep the Africans stupid. Keep the spies in there. I'm not willing to give up Africa. Africa's what was made us wealthy. African doesn't know he sits on the richest piece of land no more. He doesn't understand Africa is wealthy, and it's always going to be a fight for Africa.
Yeah, and
On Thursday, Ethiopia actually said that kicking out seven United Nations officials who've been accused of meddling in the country's internal affairs as pressure grew on the Ethiopian government over its blockade of the Tigray region. Now, the expulsion of the government's most dramatic move yet to restrict humanitarian access to the region of 6 million people. There has been an internal war for 1 year. Definitely, there's a foreign hand here, beloveds. Definitely a foreign hand, and the UN is keeps talking about how they need to bring in medical supplies, food, and fuel. But what has happened is Africa has gotten wiser because Abiy Ahmed is not he's not just moving like that, and his wife is highly spiritual, so they're not just just like that family, beloveds. These are young people. These are people who have studied the Babylon system. These are people who are aware of, they probably read the Confessions of an Economic Hitman. They know the history of how Babylon operates. But you see, Babylon has the most dangerous tool in their weapon, and it's not the nuclear bombs, it's not the guns, it's the narrative.
mhm,
And the only reason that Ethiopia is still standing right now is because most people in Ethiopia don't speak the colonial tongue. They don't even want to. So they can't be penetrated just like that. But they've been trying through the narrative to rally up these foreign, even when I'm reading this story, it's just UN Secretary General said he was shocked by the announcement and expressed full confidence in the UN staff, saying they are guided by
mhm.
impartiality and neutrality. Like, even the UN, with all the exposes that are happening right now, and I recently released on Patreon how the WHO was heartbroken that its staff was actually caught, raping the women and children that they had gone to help and save during the Ebola outbreak. Anyway, you definitely have to watch that show. But beloveds, and the thing is, because of the most dangerous tool in Babylon's hands is the global narrative. So they've been trying to rally the world against Ethiopia, but there's just too much going on. Who knows if of course the foreigners have mercenaries on the ground. And many people know that when they say these UN staff, a lot of people can masquerade as the UN staff and go and create, more instability. I'm sure Abiy Ahmed's government, one of the concerns they have is if they let the UN in, will the UN be bringing in more than just food and medical supplies? Will they be bringing in guns? These are valid concerns with everything that we've seen. And you see, the fact that the greatest gift that happened on the motherland was when people started to see the truth of the Babylon system, because people didn't know how bad it was. And people were always, they were always blaming the wrong person. Because to blame your president who really doesn't have that much power and influence, you need to just get rid of him. Use the system against him. But this is a very, very bold step, beloveds. And it's come from, there's so much evidence of this. Let's take a short break. We'll be right back. I think we're unique because now, as you can see, we are
Mecha.
in a studio atmosphere. We're not in a remote atmosphere anymore. But then, how do we kind of continue to use StreamYard? Is
Ah, yeah.
Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up. Wake up, Africa. Welcome back, beloveds, to Wake Up Africa. My name is Dr. Mubi Seraki. How you doing? How's everything going? Yes, Ethiopia has kicked out 7 UN officials, saying that that they were meddling in internal affairs. The government has also accused humanitarian workers of supporting the Tigray forces who have been fighting with soldiers and allied forces
Thank you,
since last
Army. I understand when you got white people talking about bringing humanitarian aid and all that shit. These are lies. These are all lies. The NGOs and everything they bring up is to make sure they can come in, destabilize African countries, and take control of the resources to make sure Africa doesn't rise to a place of power once again.
Yeah, and yeah, let me just finish with the video because the time is not on our side.
Okay. The General Mosquito said your voice is not on our side, Katie.
General Mosquito is no longer my friend. General Mosquito is no longer my friend, and
the UN humanitarian chief is trying to say that there is a really huge hunger crisis going on in the Tigray region because of what the government is doing, and they say the government has blockaded any foreigners from entering the Tigray region, and beloved, it shows you what perilous times we are living in. Like, I think many of us think that we live in this global democracy and, the Babylon system is on our side. They're not. And you see, with this narrative, even when I read this, because earlier, actually, Ethiopia's government had suspended the operations of 2 major international aid groups, Doctors Without Borders and the Norwegian Refugee Council, accusing them of spreading misinformation about the war. Now, this is what they've done countless times, beloved. That's why I keep saying, remember when I was saying we're a new breed of African? That's what's up.
That's what's up, Dr. Mum. Yeah, Michelle, he just playing with Katie. He just playing with her. That poor Katie.
yeah,
He just playing with her. He's playing with her.
So many times. When they created this global government called the United Nations, who can come into your country at any time and accuse you of doing this and accuse you of doing that, and the next thing you're having a regime change. We don't really know what's going on in the Tigray region. I'm not saying that Abiy Ahmed's government is innocent or guilty. It's not even about that, beloved. Because I told you, this is a play. The world
Understand, the UN was built by the wicked ass Rothschilds and Rockefeller. The UN was not built for democracy around the world, African people. It was built to make sure white people stayed in power. It's not built as an arbiter of justice. That's why Kenya, you go into a white court to talk about getting justice from these people that are already biased. That coast is Kenyan. Period. I'm not going to any court. I know that's the Kenyan coast. I'm not going to any court to say whether this is Kenya or not. I know it's Kenyan. I done told you. Now get your ass out of here.
Yeah.
Shit that tries to stand up on the continent. The kind of backlash that they face to destabilize them and put them back down. Like, it's not a joke, beloved. And most countries have these puppet presidents who are still accumulating money like it's a thing. Who still want the goodies of Babylon when Babylon is falling. Like, they're going to be on the wrong side of history. But this confirms, beloveds, This really confirms what many in Africa have known about, the not so clean agenda of a lot of these aid agencies and how they come and interfere. They're not neutral, they're not impartial, because they'll come and they'll share their story. And that was the biggest thing. That's like the the United Nations is like the neo-colonizer of it. Because they're in every country, nearly in every town. They're the first ones to get into a war situation, like to go assist with a war, to get into one. But Ethiopia is definitely a country to watch with that. Because it's like Babylon is trying to do absolutely everything to suppress. It's right, it's rising again. To suppress, to oppress, to depress. And the only reason they haven't gone far
Mm-hmm.
is because they may be fueling the global narrative, but they ain't getting to they may be fueling the global narrative of Ethiopia is like this, Ethiopia is like that, Abiyaku is like this, they're doing terrible things, but they have no control over the local narrative. I pray that the people will get the necessary food and, Abiyaku will do what's necessary. But this is like it's like a foreign driven local war of it. And you have to realize every narrative, every story you read about it, is being told is being told to you with a certain objective to make you feel a certain way about the situation. And make sure you watch my show, which I did, where, Abiy Ahmed actually came up and he was like, back off to Biden. Anyway, definitely keep Ethiopia in your, prayers and aspirations, beloveds.
Mm-hmm.
That's that.
Yeah, and that's it. At least we've learned one and two things from that video of Dr. Mombi talking about Ethiopia and expelling the 7 UN officials. At least we've seen that Abiy Ahmed is knowing the truth, and he has already woken up, and now he's trying to fight for his country, and hopefully he will. And yeah.
So good show, Katie. Much love, family.
Mhm.
Katie can't sing, General Mosquito. So,
General Mosquito. Okay, let me just read out the comments. Then, kid, that's the same problem our black representative have. They love these Caucasians. Yeah, that's so true because they are the ones welcoming them. To here to our countries and who else? General Mosquito, we can hear, but really low. Okay, I thought you were still talking about my voice. Anyway, much love, family, and thank you to all those who tuned in. And I wish you the best. The best of your day, and hope you enjoyed the rest of your day. And much love. Tuonane kesho. Kwa heri. Yeah. I'm leaving you with this jam that was playing Nikita Kering. Mm-hmm.
Down to be on, yeah, keep on reminding you that you're mine. You're gonna wife me. I hanging in the backseat. I waiting for a chance to say bye. 'Cause we've been waiting for love that is real.
When we try to drag this song behind us, I'm myself inside and you on to gain. What if I'm insane and taking me for granted? How will I never come to forgive myself?
I ain't tryna be okay. Don't call me if you.
Yes, much love, family. Tuonane kesho, and I hope you enjoyed the rest of your day. Kwaheri. And General Mosquito, tutaonana. General Mosquito, I'll sue you. Anyway, bye. You see, Sister Michelle is telling me I have a nice voice. Then General Mosquito is out here saying that my voice is on vacation.
Much love, family. And Katie,
Much love.
and Katie can't
General
sing.
Mosquito, we good. I can sing, but you're hating. It's fine. Much
Yeah,
love.
yeah, yeah. She has a nice voice, Michelle. Yeah,
Mhm.
she does. Yeah, she has a nice voice. So
Okay, family. Kwaheri.
go ahead.